Sad start to the week as
Jeez.
we react to the news of Kobe Bryant, NBA legend, cultural icon, generational athlete, passed away yesterday along with 8 others in a helicopter crash out in Los Angeles. We'll give our reaction and I'll have it inside the headlines. It was an active sports weekend. LSU basketball got a win on the road. LSU baseball had media days going into the weekend. LSU football picked up a couple of commitments for the class of 2020, the NFC AFC Pro Bowl. It's Super Bowl week, but just doesn't feel right this morning as yesterday afternoon Kobe Bryant perished in a helicopter crash out in Los Angeles. It was in Calabasas, California. It was confirmed to ESPN yesterday morning just before 10 a.m. Pacific Coast time. So we'll try. These are tough radio shows, and it feels like we've done a couple of them too close over the last couple of weeks. So
and it's this Kobe thing. It's just so shocking when you learned it. I mean, it seemed like it spread like wildfire because of how incredulous it felt. Just like, no, really, like what? Like, immediately my mom called, my dad called, my sister. Everybody, like people who don't care about sports, don't care about any of that. It cast a pall kind of over the entire world, and I think yesterday as a whole felt just different. It's like you could escape it for a couple minutes, and maybe you look at your phone and you saw something that just broke your heart all over again. I think today feels different. It feels, I guess, it's almost a testament to. And somebody said this online. I wish I could source where I read it, but they were basically discussing how certain people transcend, I guess, their profession or like their social or cultural bubble, and they go on to really touch the very like fabric of our reality, right? And that's the type of force that I think that Kobe Bryant was. Like people who don't care about sports, don't know anything about it, they were still heartbroken. They still understand who this guy was. They knew about him, and so his death has been it's been inescapable. And then when you start to learn the details that his 13-year-old daughter was with him and 7 others that included fathers and sons and sisters and mothers, it's just it's a lot to process. And I think because he maybe felt like so invincible at times too, there's just a huge disconnect there. Right? Like it doesn't feel like real or like it should happen. It shouldn't happen, right? But as somebody said online, tragedy doesn't discriminate. So we'll see where this show goes. I mean, we have a general kind of feel for it, but it's just a really sad day. It makes you. It's definitely one of those. I don't know about for you, Jordy. For me, it was a definite perspective type of day where it kind of makes you take a step back, reassess what you've been complaining about, like, what you've been. And where you've been prioritizing, and like all I wanted to do yesterday was spend all day with my daughter.
Yeah,
and that's something that he was really, really good at. So I don't know. We'll continue on with the show, but obviously that's where everybody's heads and hearts are this morning.